What's up, y'all? Just want to talk about why, personally, I don't really. I mean, I might have to rewatch it, but Spirited Away is not in my top five anymore. Um, why is that? Growing up, maybe I'm being ignorant, maybe I'm being an asshole, but with Spirited Away and with a lot of Studio Ghibli films, I'm starting to realize, and I know this sounds terrible as I get older, but a lot of these movies are just art porn. And what is art porn? Art porn is something that is beautiful, but it has no meaning behind it. When I watched Spirited Away, I had to ask myself, what is even the point of this movie? Yeah, it has some random weird characters that makes it seem like it's deeper than it actually is. But I had to ask myself, are are these characters just being random? Like, is there even a deeper meaning behind any of this? Why is this even a movie? Like, I really had to ask this. And, like, when I stopped watching it, when the movie ended, I'm like, yo, I don't really think I got any deeper meaning out of this. I'm like, okay, there's like big babies and witches with big noses and all that type of stuff. And I was talking to one of my friends, and I was just like, "Yo, how does the creator of Spirited Away and like Studio Ghibli films, like, how does he actually make films?" And she was just like, "Yo, he just kind of wings it." And I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, like he just kind of wings it. He just kind of mix things up as it goes." I'm like, "For real?" So there's no map, there's no plot. It's just an adventure, and that's it. At this point, I really think that Spirited Away is just the antithesis of a roller coaster. It's a fancy, pretentious roller coaster. What do roller coasters do? They give you dopamine for a few minutes, and then yeah, that's it. There's no deeper meaning. There's nothing that you could really take away from it, unless legitimately you just try to make something up and think, yeah, this is what I got from it, so that's it. But that's not what art is supposed to be like. There's supposed to be a legitimate meaning behind a particular painting or a particular work of art. If there isn't, it's just a drawing that you just think of the concept. That's such a lame, sappy thing to like express. You know? Imagine if I just put out some BS and I was just like, all right, yeah, it's whatever you want it to be. That is such a lame way to look at art. Such a lame way. You know, if there's no solid plot, there's no solid reason for the painting, there's no solid backstory of why the painting was actually created, like, and people just buy it. Lame. I was talking to some artist the other day. I was just like, if somebody bought your art because the concept was what they thought in their mind was not the concept of the painting, and they just bought it, would you be cool with that? And a lot of my artist friends were just like, no, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, I would want them to understand the actual purpose of my painting. Now, call me crazy, please. If you want to, let me know what the actual meaning of Spirited Away is. Because for me personally, right now in my life, as I'm getting older, I'm like, bro, this is just art porn. This is just something to make you feel smarter than you actually are. It's something that stirs up emotions. That's about it. It's a Narnia. It's really just a Narnia. There's no deeper meaning. I mean, okay, you have these ethereal, weird creatures in the film, but what do they represent? If they don't have anything that they represent, there's no point of even giving this more than like a 7 or a 6. The thing that transcends 7s or 6s is being able to uh, express a particular plot, a particular message in a creative and deep type of way. If that's not the case, it's just art. It's just art. It's not conceptual, it's just art. It's just a moving art piece. Oh, look at this. This is pretty. It's pretty, bro. That's all it is. You know? I think lower level thinkers will think Spirited Away is the greatest movie of all time. For me personally, maybe I'm not getting what the message actually is. Maybe there is a deeper message. But I think, for the most part, to make a good film, you should kind of understand. The average person, at least, should be able to understand what you should get out of the film. You know what I mean? And it doesn't have to be like, well, the moral of the story, like, you don't have to say that at the end of the film, but, like, people should be able to be like, yes, this is why all of this happened. For me personally, it just seems like a jumble of all of these different events that don't add up to anything. They don't. But that's all I really want to say. It's been your boy Karibo. Call me an asshole, but that's all I really want to say. Peace.